first run through injury updates. We did see Tobin out there, saw Ali a little bit. How are both of them doing?
Ali Long fully expect to play on Saturday, and she'll be building into training this week to make that possible. Tobin and Dagny trained, completing their return to play. We don't expect to see either of those on Saturday, and fingers crossed for Sky Blue away for both of them, but also an open mind. If things go amazingly well and everything ticks off, we'll see, but Sky Blue away is the target for those two. Day by day, let's just keep seeing how their bodies react. They're both coming back from back injuries, and there's no need to take any risk at this stage.
And then I think Catherine's the other one.
Yeah, Catherine and Marna a little bit further behind. I think next week I feel confident in giving a timeline. I'm not even at that point now to give them, because it's the same message I've been saying, which is today it's a couple of weeks until we know a bit more. So next week I think Catherine, we should have a timeline there, and then Marna just behind her.
Especially given the injuries. I mean, how do you feel about the team's performance picking up the 2 draws, not getting a win on the road, but maintaining points?
You got to look across the league, and you know, we beat a really good team like Chicago at home, and then you look at the other big hitters and how do they do against Chicago at home. We beat an Orlando, a really dangerous Orlando team at home, and then you look across the league. Seattle got a tie against them. You do sometimes you match up on when you're playing these different teams. And Kansas away, how many teams are going to be able to go there and break down that back line? You know, I know we had it in us. We should have scored 1 or 2 in the first half. It didn't happen. But not many teams will find great success there. It's a really hard place because of that really stingy, stubborn back line there. We had a really good first half. I thought we did enough to score, and I think if we scored first, we would have won that game. It wasn't meant to be, and it ended up having a bit of character where we really tired off. Both teams tied at 70 minutes, and it shows our character. If we're tiring at the same time as the home team when we're on the road, it shows that we're doing a good job here. And Boston, it's a great team that are looking dangerous. A lot of talent. I mean, the players they're bringing off the bench towards the end there, first round draft picks coming off the bench. They got a lot of talent, very well coached team. A lot of respect for the coach there, who's done a great job. I don't see many teams picking up points in Boston. First half, we had quite a lot of control. They had the 3 best chances. It was disappointing that the 3 best chances came from our slip-ups, and we're ready to get better. Those slip-ups haven't happened before, and sometimes when you've played 2 away games in a row, little things like that can happen. You don't always get punished, but Boston were ready to punish us. Second half, you know, I think we dominated. We're a lot more direct. Everything was forward. Everything was into the front players. I thought we saw a great deal out of Lindsay Horan in that once she pushed a little bit higher, and then Rasso again finds something near the end to create an opportunity for Nadia, and Nadia showed us some real quality there. Great reaction. I think that going 2-0 down the road, there's not many teams in this league that will come back, and the fact that we're one of them, and we know that this early, is important, and we've got to build off that, eliminate the mistakes, keep getting better, keep moving forward, and take care of business here at home and back in front of our fans.
You mentioned Lindsay, and she's one of the players that kind of stepped up in that game to help that comeback happen. How important is it to have some of your key players step up in these games to help you guys get results, especially when you're dealing with really big injuries? Yeah,
away to Boston, we you know, Ali wasn't ready to go, and we had to be cautious there. Sink for the last 20-30 minutes. She was having some real issues. It's a tough field there, and her body wasn't doing great, and she'll be ready for Saturday without a doubt. So we were not only down to bare bones, but we had a couple of key players, one not playing, one not being able to do much towards the end there, and we still found a way. I thought Lindsay stayed in the midfield. We just pushed her higher, and as we became a lot more aggressive with our passing, she ended up staying higher for longer periods, which helped us get back into that game. And then you also look at, I thought the centre-backs who dealt well with their counter-attacks because they were looking dangerous. And Amandine was immense there, and keep reloading and getting us on the front foot and sitting in front of the back 4. I'm really pleased with Mal, Rasso, Nadia. It was a hard game for them, and when we needed them the most, they were ready to come up and pull us out of trouble and get an important point. Short summary, think you wish that you can get at least one win out of those 2 games and a tie, if not 2 wins. Circumstances, the way the games went, playing 2 teams earlier on that are very, very confident in themselves, 2 road points we'll take it. We'll take it, but want to get better this week and really want to step forward on the front foot, and the energy is already there. There's a real buzz first day back that we want to train well and have a good performance Saturday.
And so speaking of Saturday, I mean, like you said, 2 road ties are good as long as you can come home and get the 3 points. So what do you guys need to do to build off that comeback and pick up all 3 Saturday?
We've got to put the best training week we possibly can, and then we've got to put in the best performance. Most of the time that results in a good result. For us, it's a shift in mindset. On the road, you want to do the things that your team is about, and you also do the things that are going to win you the game. The way you often build your team, doing the things your team is about at home, gets you that performance and result. So we've got to shift a little bit. We want to dominate. We want to make life extremely hard for them to get comfortable in this tough environment, and we want to punish them, be aggressive. And you saw us in the final part of that game. We were very aggressive with our attacking. We wanted to get in the box. We wanted to score goals. We've got to keep that up. We've got to continue to grow that mentality. Dominate. We've got to dominate, and that's our focus this week. Let's be ready to get after them from the first second and put them under pressure.
How is it coming back to face the same team that you just faced on the road last week?
Less homework for staff. It mentally can be tough because you've just played them. We talked about it on the plane. Playing away first and doing whatever you need to do to get the result, then coming home and have the feelings of getting back to your families and your own bed and in front of the best fans in the world, I think is an advantage. And for us, we're going to embrace that. We're going to embrace that advantage and maximise it as much as we can, and we'll be ready to go.